What up guys, Hangster Reviews here. Captain America Civil War has been released and it's my time to do my review now. I'm going to start off the bat. This is my favourite film of the year. Every character in this film, I'm only going to talk about the superheroes in this film, were great in this film, and they all had their own time to shine, even though it doesn't matter how low their screen time was, they were all great. Chris Evans as Captain America was excellent, and Captain America is my favourite character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The reason for that is that all three Captain America films have a message to the audience. The first one is about having the right to take a stand, doesn't matter how many disadvantages you have. The second one is about the right of being fair, especially to your enemies and your friends. And the third one is about having the right to choose your own will. And that's the beauty of these Captain America films, unlike the other Marvel films that kind of, they do the messages, but they're not that clear. Tony Stark / Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr., is great as always in these films. What I liked about this performance is that he plays a much more self-controlled and darker version of the character. You had Falcon, played by Anthony... okay. So in Captain America's team, you have Falcon, who is really funny in this film. He has such a funny chemistry with Bucky Barnes, and you get to see some cool action scenes with him with his new tech suit, of course. You also get Hawkeye, who's only in it for like 15 minutes, but he has some good lines in this film, and you get to see more of his combat skills, of course. Bucky Barnes, and he was really a core of the characters in this film, as he is kind of like split between Iron Man and Captain America, of course, and you get to see a bit more of the Bucky Barnes we watched in the Captain America the First Avenger. The one that really stands out to me the most was Scarlet Witch. You get to see she's so emotionally insecurity and emotionally vulnerable, but she's so powerful at the same time. That makes her so unique and one of the best characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spider-Man was the biggest surprise to this film. Not only did he steal Captain America's shield, but he pretty much stole the whole film, played by Tom Holland. When Tom Holland was announced about, I think it was about a year ago, yeah, it was about a year ago, and I just thought it was a bit of an odd choice. He's a bit young, he's like 2 years younger than me, and that makes me feel quite old. But, and his voice, it sounded like he hasn't broke his voice yet. And I always wanted, if I had to choose the next Spider-Man, I would personally pick Zac Efron, of course. I think he would have been a perfect casting choice. But Tom Holland, he is probably, after watching this film, he's funny. The Spider-Man we got, he was funny, he was sensible, he was charming, had some great lines in this film. And he can actually fight like Captain America, Falcon and Bucky Barnes. I think he's definitely better than Andrew Garfield. He's probably going to be if the next Spider-Man film is great, I think Tom Holland might be my favourite Spider-Man of all time. And I was really worried about this, because I kind of feel like, oh, they only put Spider-Man just to please the fanboys. He's only going to be in it for like 5 minutes. But you get to see like his surroundings, his environment. You get to see Aunt May. She's freaking hot. She's a MILF. But this is great. Great setup to the character. I mean, I look forward to seeing the new Spider-Man. Black Panther, played by Chadwick Boseman. He is great in this film. It's a great setup to this character, and it's a really good origin story to him. You get to see his fighting skills. You get to see his background, a bit of the environment in the mid-credits scene, of course, and you kind of see what his motivations, what he's doing and why he's doing it. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, it was so good to see him in this film. Literally, I thought that Ant-Man was kind of like, it's a great film, but I wish Ant-Man was somehow kind of fit into Age of Ultron more. But seeing this guy interacting with the other Avengers, they have a good fight scene with him, with like fighting with Captain America at the beginning of the action scene, and you get to see Giant Man. Oh my god, that was mind-blowing. Even though it was kind of, it would have been a really good surprise if it weren't for the silly toy marketing from Lego and Pop Toys. But it was so great to see Giant Man in this film, and I don't know, but he was hilarious in this film also. I mean, especially the song when he gets into Iron Man's suit, like I'm so looking forward to Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think Paul Rudd was a really great introduction to his new stuff, and I really liked him in this film. I thought, my God, he could have this. He didn't have to be in this film, but he's only in it for like 15 minutes, but he was so well used in this film. And the last bit of what's so great about this film is the action. Oh my God, the action! This is probably some of the best action in movie history. I'm not the first sequence, and it feels like the Winter Soldier, like the Bourne element to it, because it had such of a spy feel to it, but it was so like all the stunts and all the kind of like the new Avengers coming in, and you get to see all the destruction. That was like mind blowing. And Crossbones was it was a cool like 10-minute villain, I thought. But the airport scene, oh my God, the airport scene is probably the best action in the Marvel films. You get, judging from the trailers, you only seen about 5% of it. Literally, you have it so much in that airport scene that happens. But it's just mind blowing. I think this has the best action in any of the Marvel films. So was there a problem with this film? Yeah, there was one problem, and that was like the villain, Zemo. And it's more of a Marvel problem, if you know. I mean, Marvel, they don't do good with their villains. There's only been like 3 villains I really liked: Loki, the Kingpin, and the Red Skull. He's not the worst villain. I kind of think that goes to the Mandarin or Mannequin, but he had some flavour and his motivations were good. But there was just like, he didn't need to be in this film, and that really puts this film down for being like, this could have been the best, this could have been better than Avengers, and it could have been the greatest comic book film of all time if you take away the villain. I mean, the plot could have flowed smoothly without him, but there was just so many like coincidences with around this character in this film. I mean, he's nothing like the comic book counterpart. And I'm not one of those fanboys, well, it's nothing like to do with the comic books, I hate this film. No, you could have called this guy someone else, like Peter, and I couldn't care less. But like, oh look, it's like me saying, oh, the next Spider-Man film's going to have a guy called Dr. Octopus, but he's nothing like Dr. Octopus. He doesn't have the 4 mechanical arms, of course. And the marketing, if you've seen the trailers, he's not really in the trailer, in them, and I don't think the marketing cares. So this is why the villain, this is really just an underwhelming villain, and I kind of feel like the villain drags the film down, just not that much, but it kind of feels a bit off-putting. And the other point, it's not really a problem, it's more of a nitpick. I kind of feel like we had 2 mid-credit scenes, 2 great ones. We had one about kind of like the Captain America movie, but you also had the introduction of like the Black Panther environment, which leads into his film. And the other one, you had a bit more of Spider-Man. You get to see his new tech he got from Tony Stark. I wish, if you took one of them away, I wish we could have got a bit more of a Doctor Strange. The reason for that is because I kind of feel like it needs to boost the marketing. If you think about last year, Ant-Man was the 2nd lowest Marvel film that made money, because I kind of think due to the fact that Age of Ultron didn't do anything to give it a mid-credit scene. I kind of feel like I'm not that hyped up for Doctor Strange. I will see it and it might turn out great, but I'm not that hyped up. So that's really just a nitpick. If you had a Doctor Strange mid-credit scene, I would have been happy. Overall verdict with this film, this is probably my 2nd or 3rd favourite Marvel film. It's just fighting between Winter Soldier, but this film had so many responsibilities for the future of Marvel, like Infinity War, and it also sets up 2 new characters. You had Spider-Man and you had Black Panther, and we're looking forward to their films now. Everybody's looking forward to their films. And it also exceeded my expectations. I thought it was going to be Avengers 2.5. I thought it was just adding stuff just to please the fanboys, but everything flowed together. The only problem with this film, it was the villain, and that was it. This could have been the greatest comic book film, but this is definitely a 9 out of 10. I recommend it. I've seen it twice. I'm definitely going to see it a 3rd time. I really recommend this film to you guys. This is probably my favourite film of the year, and I can't think of anything's going to top this. I know X-Men Apocalypse is my most anticipated film of the year, but I don't think it's going to top Civil War. And it's already better than Deadpool, Batman v Superman. I don't think Ninja Turtles is going to top it. I don't think Doctor Strange will. I like to see Suicide Squad try, but overall this is my favourite film of the year, and it's in my top 3 Marvel films, depending. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go check out my other videos. Go like, comment and subscribe. Go check out my Facebook and Twitter page, of course. And comment below. Let me know what you think of this film. Where would you rank your Marvel films? This is it now, guys. I've got your back.